Good everybody, welcome back to another video, the first video in this closet for a while. So as you know, this is like my circle closet, or not circle closet, but the circle table in my closet. And I used to make a lot of videos here, but then I had those custom ships that I made, and I did not really have anywhere to display them at the time, so they literally sat here for like 6 months and I did not really film on this table, but I was able to find somewhere to display them, so now I have more space, and yeah, I figured I'd make a video in here. And I obviously am really into 3.75-inch Star Wars figures, and I have a display with them, but I also have a lot of extra ones, which is what is in this Ziploc bag. So I figured I'd kind of just go through and show you guys, you know, sort of like the extras that I got in the collection. This is not all of them again. Whenever you grow up, you know, getting these, you end up just having a bunch, but these are kind of the ones I wanted to keep in my room and stuff. So yeah, they're kind of neat. I got like all different sorts of figures, so let's just get right into it. So here we have Qui-Gon Jinn, and I believe this is from episode 1, whenever he, like at the beginning, whenever he's on, is it Naboo, I think, with the Queen. He's sort of just in this outfit, I think to blend in, maybe. I really don't remember. It's been a minute since I've seen this scene, but cool figure nonetheless. The thing about 3.75-inch figures is, I mean, think about any form of Star Wars character ever, I guarantee there must be at least one figure of it. At least from like the prequels and the original trilogy, because the Power of the Force line really made like every single character, which I think that's what he's from, Power of the Force. But yeah, I always thought he was a neat figure. Yeah, so here we got this. I believe this is like the Tartakovsky Clone Wars. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what this is. And I made a video about it in December because I got it in a lot. But yeah, neat figure. He has a lot of moving parts. Again, not entirely sure what he's from. If I were to guess, I think it would be Tartakovsky Clone Wars, but I could be wrong. His feet close like little clamshells, and his head can go down. But yeah, pretty cool figure, you know. I feel like people could look at this and not even know it's from Star Wars. Next up, this one's actually really cool. It is Padme whenever she's getting married to Anakin. Like I said, like any scene, anything, they have made a figure of it. So yeah, this is very neat. There's her face. Does not really look like Padme, but yeah, she has like her braids. The neat thing is like the texture of the entire thing is very designed. Like there's design everywhere. And I think it's cool. I like the color. It's like a nice faded green. We don't want to look there. But yeah, I think she did have like a bouquet of flowers that she could hold at one point. I do not have that anymore, but yeah, pretty neat Padme figure there. This one, another Power of the Force. This is Luke. So this is from whenever they're on like the Death Star or whatever. So his helmet can come on and off. And yeah, you know, pretty basic Stormtrooper. You can really just display it like a Stormtrooper, but in reality, it is Luke Skywalker. So it's kind of neat. This guy's actually pretty cool. It's like one of those Tatooine droids. I just think he's neat because I like how they have like the dirt on his feet or whatever. Like he has like the sand and stuff. Just makes him look a little bit more rugged and cool. So yeah, that's him. I don't really know his name, but cool nonetheless. And we got another Padme from episode 2 when her, Anakin, and Obi-Wan are put in the Geonosian arena, and she has this pretty cool looking white outfit on. I've actually always liked this outfit. Again, doesn't really look like Natalie Portman that much. And she has a really neat like tangled up hair. I don't even know how they did that, but pretty cool. And for some reason she's like stuck in this position, like turning around. But the neat thing is, on her back she does have the claw marks from the animal. And she has a little bit of like blood or something on her knees, which is, I've always thought that this was blood, but it might actually be dirt. Yeah, it's probably dirt. For some reason I always thought it was blood, but yeah, so I've always kind of liked this figure. I think she's pretty neat. And then another Padme we have here is Padme from episode 1, where, you know, she's like meeting Anakin on Tatooine and stuff. She's like a young girl and whatnot, but yeah, again, her hair is always so cool. I do have a minifigure of this version. This is the only minifigure version of Padme I have in Lego. But apparently, I think it's the gunship coming out this year is supposed to have a Clone Wars Padme minifigure, so that would be neat. And then here we got Burnt Anakin. I'm sure you guys have probably seen this on my channel before if you're a long-time subscriber, because I have shown him a few times. Just because it is such a unique figure. Like I said, they have made every version of every character. They made Burnt Anakin. He has his legs because it was a figure where you could, like, modify him and make him look burnt. But, yeah, I just have his feet on. These can come off, but... yeah, looks a lot like him, honestly. Never got burnt and stuff, so yeah. Pretty cool fig, honestly. Then we got this, I forget this guy's name exactly, but he's a Gungan. Really cool. I like his, I don't think those are tattoos, I think that's just his skin, but it might be tattoos, actually. I don't know, really neat, though. There's his feet. I think this guy might be Power of the Force as well. He has this sort of, like, armor piece on him there, and headpiece. Yes, very cool. Then we have this Clone Wars protocol droid. I think it's a girl. I don't remember her name that much. And I think I've had this one for a very long time. I think I've had her since I lived in California. What year is she? 2007, yeah. So this is like an original Clone Wars figure. Missing her hands, as most of my original Clone Wars figures are missing hands. But pretty neat. And then speaking of Gungans, we have Jar Jar Binks. My grandma got me this. This is actually just a super unique and cool figure, and I love Jar Jar Binks. It was so cool to see Kelleran Beck in The Mandalorian. I instantly, whenever I saw him, I knew it was Jar Jar because I've heard about Ahmed Best's story, and I'm a fan because, you know, Jar Jar Binks is lit. Come on now, it's Jar Jar Binks. You know, you gotta love him. So. Yeah, and I got this, like, these little things used to come with figures, so this is just, like, a little Palpatine statue. A really neat figure, we got Shmi Skywalker, yes, Anakin's mother. This is really neat. Like I said, like, this is part of the reason why I collect these figures, is because, you know, Lego does not make every figure, I mean, because they're Lego, they're not a purely Star Wars company. If they were purely Star Wars, they would obviously be making a lot more sets of a lot more different characters and stuff. But they have so many different themes, so they really just aren't able to do that. But these Star Wars figures can literally make anything and everything they want, so to have a Shmi figure is pretty cool. She has like a rubber skirt on, and, you know, she just looks like Shmi, you know what I'm saying? So, pretty neat, pretty cool to have her there. Then we have a pretty basic A-Wing pilot from Power of the Force, I believe. I did also have the A-Wing that he came with, but it kind of broke down over time, which is a little sad. But yeah, in 1997, so this is definitely Power of the Force. So it's kind of neat. And then we have an original, what is he? He's like a Death Star dude. He's an Imperial troop, but this is a original, where's the year? 1977, there we go. Yes, so this is an original Star Wars figure. This is like from the first wave, first line. And the Star Wars figures are really what pioneered action figures as a whole. So this is a pretty cool figure to have. And my dad gave it to me. So yeah, pretty neat. And we have this Scout Trooper. I don't think he's Power of the... You know what? He might actually be Power of the Force. Okay, he's from the year 2000, so he might be Power of the Force. I'm not sure. All I know is I've had him for a very, very long time. So he's very nostalgic to me. Just a pretty basic Scout Trooper, though. And then we have... So this is the original... I don't know if the years... Okay, no, so this is kind of what the original looked like. But this is the Power of the Force C-3PO. Really cool. I used to have him on display by my window in my old room, and he just got super shiny because, like, the sun was reflecting off of him. But pretty cool C-3PO fig there. I wish that they would make his like modern day C-3POs with this sort of material, because it is very cool. This, on the other hand, is an original stormtrooper from the 70s. My dad gave it to me as well. He said whenever he was, like, younger, he used to have, like, an army of these guys. Which is actually kind of cool. But, yeah, original stormtrooper. We have came a long way. Let's just say that. You couldn't even move his head. This is a little strange. So, this is something my grandma had at her house. And it is obviously Luke Skywalker, but it's from, like, I think it's from, like, 2017 or something. It's from, like, a newer wave. And she ended up having just bought it from, like, my brother or something and just left it around, so I decided to bring it back. But I liked it because I honestly thought that this face scan looked pretty accurate to Luke, especially for a 3.75-inch figure. And the hair was also very accurate. He doesn't really have super blonde hair, it's not super brown, so I feel like this hair kind of, this hair color kind of got that down. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of like a neat figure. And then this is a little display piece. It actually came with that wedding Padme, which figures just used to do stuff like this, which is actually really neat. And then we have this, so this is originally from my collection as well. We have this Farm Boy Luke, and I've always wondered what is on his chin. I could not tell if it was a goatee or if his chin just got scraped up. I'm not sure, but that face scan is looking rough. But yeah, then he's like has swivel arms and then the whole thing. But yeah, it looks like something happened to his chin. I really hope something happened because I do not want him to have a goatee, you know what I'm saying? Then we got a Power of the Force pilot, not really sure who this is, but he's neat. Then, here we go, we got, Qui-Gon Jinn from whenever they're going down to the Gungan City, so he has his little mouthpiece, and then you can make his legs point, and then he's like this, like he's swimming. Again, they have made figures from every scene, especially the prequels. So yeah, Qui-Gon is a great character. I love Qui-Gon. This also was originally from my collection. He's very beat up. It's Han Solo. This is actually a very nostalgic figure. He was like my favorite figure. Yeah, this is part of the remake collection. The original 90s or 70s figures. But yeah. He's pretty cool. Kind of crazy to see how far we've come whenever it comes to these figures. One of my favorites as well, we got this little Jawa figure. Really neat. So you can see there's his face, got like the little armor on. Just a very detailed figure for what it is. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize like his arms have mobility. It's kind of cool. But yeah, Jawa. We got this kind of neat Obi-Wan figure. Prequel era. Believe it's from episode 2. Got that crazy looking head scan. And then he's in this position because he was supposed to have a lightsaber, and then if you press down on this, it's like he's fighting. Yeah. You know, I feel like they had better ideas. And then here we have the other half to Luke. We have the Han Solo in Stormtrooper outfit. And then we have the remake of Darth Vader from the 70s figure. So this is the 90s remake. He used to have a cape, and then the way that they did their lightsabers was there was like a red rod in his arm that you could like, it could like come out, and then it was, I feel like it was a very difficult way for them just to do a simple play feature. But you know, here's actually a pretty neat accessory. It's a little pod racing, like iPad looking thing that Shmi Skywalker came with. So that's kind of neat. Here we have a galactic hero of Luke with the Stormtrooper outfit. He used to come with a helmet. Galactic heroes, super nostalgic. Another nostalgic figure. This is the 90s remake, but I still think it's really cool because it, you know, is nostalgic. Luke Skywalker, Farm Boy Luke. A little yellowed in the body, but it's okay. So there's that. Coming down on the end here, we have, I forget her name, but you know who she is. You don't really care about her because she's from the sequels. We have another A-Wing pilot. And then we have the remake of Chewbacca. If this does not haunt you in your dreams, I don't know what will. But yeah, kind of neat. And I might as well show you guys that burnt Anakin. This is like the head that you were going to be able to swap out with him. And you could like add a robe and stuff. But this does not look like Anakin Skywalker whatsoever. But yeah, so those are just some of my extra 3.75 inch figures. I figured I'd just show them off, you know. Kind of cool just to look through, see what we got going on here. It's a lot of different stuff. It's very diverse, and, you know, well, it's mainly prequel and original trilogy stuff, but because we don't really talk about the sequels, you know how it is. But yeah, anyways, guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit like, and I'll see you next one. Peace.